Okay, let's try again. Good morning. I'm not too sure if I'm now live or not. Let me just see if I can find here anything. Um, yes, looks like. I'm definitely live. That's already good. Just let me please know in the comments if you can hear and see me. I definitely will quickly check here on my phone what's happening here. Definitely says I'm live. That's already good. Is there a sound? Yes, looks like. I'm definitely live. That's already good. Yeah. I see you. I see also some thumbs up. That means things are happening. Yay! Okay. I hope you had an amazing weekend. The weather was really nice here. We are having a little bit of summer now, because before last year there was not really summer. The few days we had it nice and cozy were really, really, I think I could count them on one hand. So, what are we doing this morning? I want to just explain to you what you need to cover in a bankable business plan. You all know how this works. If you're new here, let me just explain that to you. Number one is, I think maybe I should introduce myself. My name is Dagmar Breiling-Murray. I'm here the CEO and the funding strategist at Funding Connection. We assist companies and entrepreneurs to raise capital, and we do that by drafting professional and bankable business plans, and then in the second step also assist with the application process. We have a look where you qualify before we even start with the business plan, please. And only if we know, okay, we will be successful, we are confident that your venture will go through, we will offer you to draft the business plan for you. Yes, and okay, so if you have any questions, just do me a favor, just write the questions in the comments. I definitely will answer them in between, but also, of course, at the end. And I think also what I just had a discussion with James, one of my business plan writers, this morning. One of our clients wanted to have some changes in the business plan we drafted for them. And James's concern was, Dagmar, when we add this, it will not be profitable, and I am concerned that the profitability chances to raise the capital they wanted for this business plan. Yeah? Okay. So let me just see if there are any comments already. No, maybe you just can let me know what are your plans. You want to draft your business plan on your own. Maybe also if you feel like it, share what you want to do. That would be really, really interesting. Then we'll go later on through it and we will be able to give you some tips. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything, because my brain is working all over the place. I need to have some structure. Maybe that's also why I'm so good with all the systems here. So the most important thing is, if you always need to think, what do you want to achieve with your business plan? Yeah, so we do, most of our business plans are definitely for raising capital, but we also have sometimes business plans where people say, I have the capital, I'm just all over the place, I'm a little bit lost, I need somebody who guides me and develops some strategies in which direction we really need to run. Yeah. So, and even if I'm starting with something new, I'm always having a look at, okay, what do we want to achieve? What do we want to, where do we want to go? And then I just tick all the boxes I'm sharing with you right now. The first thing is what I'm doing in my head is having a look at the calculation. Is this profitable in general? Yeah. So what I always recommend is thinking about the business model. Canvas is an amazing system to just extract all the key functions of a business, sharing also how all the moving parts are going together to just make sure at the end of the day this is a profitable business, and not that you say, okay, I'm a manufacturer, I want to sell one-on-one units, and then you figure out I need to sell, I don't know, 100,000 units a day to single customers. That means now you need to set up something to be able to do that, so you can't just then your distribution needs to look different than if you want to send boxes or container full of products to wholesalers or retailers. Yeah. So one decision can have a big impact on your business, how it needs to run and how you need to manage it. I just like to highlight this, so that's why it is so important to think about all the different parts to be then able to bring everything together. Yeah. Okay, so the first part is, of course, it's always the executive summary. Just make it sure it's crisp and short. 1 page, maybe 2 pages, but that's it. Yeah, it's a summary. It's not a repetition of what will come later. You just can do some key points, and then later on you're explaining how you come up with these key points. And I always recommend executive summary. You don't start with this. You do that at the end. Draft your business plan, then you go back, have a look what needs to be in the executive summary, and then you can just do one by one tick all the boxes in there. Yeah. So what is important is the company, is the applicant, is your history, yeah, is the experience of the shareholder and the management. That's definitely one important part. Also, one important part what financiers definitely have a look at. Next part is your products and services you want to offer. Think about your suppliers. Think about the equipment you need to manufacture or produce them. If you do some service deliveries, maybe there's also some specific software or hardware you need to do and have in place. So important is, of course, also your location. I'm always joking here. I'm sure you heard that before, that I had business plans where somebody has 100 square meters of an office, 100 staff, and is paying salaries of 20,000 rand a month. Yeah. And you can see it does not fit, And if maybe you have 100,000 staff, 100 staff, and they all are on the road, but then of course you need to explain what are they doing. Do they need computers? Do they need cell phones? How do they communicate with you? What are the tasks? Maybe you need a big fleet so that they can really do their job, So, and every decision you make has a ripple effect, and that's why it is so important also to sit down, and even if you don't need money and it's your first business, I highly recommend to just go through a business plan template and just have a look. Okay, so how do I solve this? How do I solve this? Yeah. Okay. What is important also, of course, for your product and services is be clear about your pricing. You, of course, also then have a look at your competitors. How are they charging? I would never recommend to be the cheapest. Middle is always a good idea to be and start, and then offer outstanding services. Yeah, maybe it's personalized, it's individualized, it's not just a template, it's not just a standardized product or services, so where you are able then to make sure that you are in the middle range. Next portion, of course, absolutely important, is your target market. Who do you want to approach? It's usually difficult to say I want to approach everybody. Okay, so Boitumelo, video stopped. Okay, it's sorted now. I'm happy to hear that. We don't have load shedding here at the moment. It definitely should be fine. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so yes, let's go back. So your target market. Don't offer things for everybody. If it's for everybody, it's for nobody. What you can do is you can have a look at different target market, yeah, and then see, okay, how do you attract this? What is your marketing strategy? What is your distribution strategy? And then have the same thing for a different target market. It's usually easier to dive deep into one specific market because you know them then very well, or the marketing is so much easier, yeah? If these are all, I don't know, all the dentists in South Africa, then you just have the yellow pages and then you call everybody. That's an easy target market. And if it's doctors in general, it will be already quite wide in comparison to the dentists only, and then maybe some, I don't know, LinkedIn or Facebook. Don't underestimate Facebook. Usually everybody is on Facebook, so that is definitely also one option. Important here, please, is that if you want to raise capital with any of the funding institutions, you usually need some offtake agreements so that your customers confirm that they will buy from you on a regular basis. This will increase your chances to raise capital dramatically. Yeah. I will always put in definitely a SWOT analysis. They just want to understand that you thought about it. There are always some threats, there are always some weaknesses, and it's not that the financier want to see. That's not that is not a concern of you. They want to see that you're aware of. Yeah, so threats can be changes of regulations or something like this, and weaknesses can be that you are a small team, or that you need to outsource specific tasks or something like this. Yeah, or that you have some specific skill not in your team and that you need to find a person there. Weakness does not mean that you can't overcome it. It's like normal life. We are all facing problems, but there is a time, I think it comes with age and wisdom, where you know, life can throw quite everything at me. I know I will be able to handle it. Yeah. So, and this is just what they wanted to see. Okay. So now let's go on to sales and operations. So we just need sales and marketing. So they just want to know, okay, so how many units do you think you want to be able to sell? Is your equipment even able to manufacture that many units? I also had somebody ordered equipment and they were able to do, I don't know, 10,000 units an hour, but they thought they will only sell 10,000 units a month. Yeah. So that means maybe you start smaller, you don't need this high investment, or you say, oops, I forgot that, maybe let's see if we can't sell more. Yeah. But this it gives you clarity, and It's not like we just make daily decision, whatever just is thrown at us. I promise you, every business owner and entrepreneur will confirm that there are lots of things thrown at you you never ever expected. Yeah. So what this business plan does is for the financier, but also if you don't need funding, it just gives you a framework, and there are lots of details. They are already clear. Okay, so now you're seeing in your business plan, oh, I assuming my monthly sales is 500,000 rand, and then you figure out, oops, after a week we are only at 20,000 rand. There's a problem. What's the problem? Yeah, your ability, capability of planning and acting before it's too late increases with this, because you know already, oh, there is a problem. You know, your plan, you have 10 reps out, 10 salespeople, and out of the 10 you only hire one because you couldn't find the others, you know, so, or you were not satisfied with performance of the 9 others and you fired them. You know there's a problem then, you know, because you know you need 10. Each of them will do, I don't know, 500,000 rand or 150,000 rand sales a month. So now you know there is a gap. You need to fix that quickly. Yeah, it helps you with prioritizing your task as the CEO and founder of the business. And you know, okay, I don't need to worry about which colors is my logo now. I need to worry about, okay, so who will sell for me? Yeah. Okay, so now we're coming to the management staff. So think about how many staff you really need, what makes sense. I'm always seeing, so it's honestly, it's seldom that staff makes sense. There are sometimes people, they say, I can do everything on my own, and I'm thinking, you don't have an admin, you don't have somebody to help you with service delivery. That is a little bit unrealistic. Or on the other side, I have somebody who has 60 staff, and I think they wanted to manufacture 3 or 4 small little units a day. And I thought, how do they do that, the 60 staff, you know? So it's quite cuddly in the on the factory ground there. So they are more hindering each other than really being productive. And I'm highlighting that, of course, then to our client and said, we haven't thought about this one. No, we don't need that many, you know? So this is how then experience and expertise also plays quite a big role on seeing, okay, what is realistic. We are benchmarking your idea against others. If you are in a certain area, we would not say anything. If it's out too high or too low, we would definitely question you. And in some cases, you know, people said, oh, no, we are that low because we have this. They thought about it. And in other cases, they say, okay, yes, so maybe we need some more staff, you know. So you can't security for 24 hours securing a property can't be 2 staff. You know, that is not possible. You definitely need minimum 3 per day, you know, so, and then with 3 shifts, and then you can't expect all 3 of them to work 7 days a week, so you need to have a little bit of some spare ones there too, and then we come up then with a reasonable number. Yeah. Okay, so we've spoken about the management, and then absolutely important, be clear about it, is your financial model. Yeah, you just need to make sure that this makes sense. Target market, should it be further described in segments as well? Yes, you know, so what we do here is, number one is if it is for retail or for hospitality, we have a look at, let's say it's a restaurant, we have a look at how many people living in the area. In some cases, if it is a hotel, we also have a look at how many people visiting as tourists this area. So we find lots of different information, and that is really tailor-made for you. In some cases, we also say, okay, you want to target all the, I don't know, you want to import tire, no. Okay, so importing something will not be financed from government institutions, so just maybe you want to become a wholesaler for tires. So now we need to have a look how many vehicles are in your area, how many taxis, if there is a petrol station in the middle of nowhere, maybe there is a highway going through, how much traffic is there, how far away are the other fuel stations, you know, so it's really individual where we look at your target market, and that's also something what you really need to look at, yeah? Student accommodation in Pretoria is not attracting people living in Pretoria. It's students going to the specific university, and they are from all over South Africa, yeah? So we have a look at students from all over South Africa, plus a look at students studying at this specific university, yeah? Judy, okay, so just to clarify, Funding Connection is a private consulting firm. We do not offer any grants or loans. We assist you to access grants or loans. We know exactly what all the different institutions require. We are submitting here on a weekly basis to all the different institutions. We also, so we prefer to have a look definitely at government institutions, because in most cases you only need 90%. In some cases you need 70% on 70%, sorry. You get financed 90%, in some cases 70%. Okay, it's different to commercial banks, where they usually only finance 50%, and for the portion you get financed, they also want some additional surety. And we of course also do really big projects where we have a look at international funding. We're just looking at the moment for renewable energy for billions of dollars. Yeah, so that it's a wide range what we are doing. We are talking here about the normal businesses, startups, expansions in South Africa. We are doing these big projects, but that's not what we are talking here at the moment. Yeah. So, and we are definitely able to assist you, Judy. If you need a little bit more information and guidance, you have two options. Use our Facebook Funding Connection page and the messenger. Brent is there. He will be just able to guide you, ask you a couple of questions, and then easily tell you, okay, so this is what we can do for you. And in some cases we are clear, and we will tell you this is not possible. Yeah, I just had last week a business plan where one of my colleagues drafted a business plan for a client, said they would qualify for a specific grant, and I said to her, this grant is definitely not covering what you want to do. She said, okay, so let me call this DTI, and they said, no, you will not qualify for this grant. There are no grants available for what you want to do. Yeah. So we know these things, we will let you know. I'm not willing to draft a business plan for you where I know it will be impossible to raise the loan or the grant you want. Yeah. Okay, so what about market research? Of course, market and industry research is also important. That means you need to have a look at your competitors. Okay. So if you now want to start a small little tire shop in a rural area, your big shops in, and that is, let's say you want to start a shop here in Durban, then the tire shops around you are your competitors. Yeah, it's not the tire shop in Pretoria, it's not the tire shop in Cape Town. This is not an alternative for me if I need to fix my tires. Yeah. So so that is always we've done. I remember we've done a couple of weeks ago a wedding venue, high-end wedding venue business plan, and that competitors are not around them. Their competitors are all over South Africa. Yeah. So you always need to think about, okay, if I'm looking for a high-end wedding venue, will I be sticking, and even internationally, as from international clients flying in from abroad, they are not looking only then at Bellito, they would look also then at Cape Town and maybe Kruger National Park or something like this. Yeah, you always need to have a look at what are your real competitors. And it also doesn't make sense, you want to start a tax consultant, your KPMG is not your competitor. Yeah, so it's the small little tax consultancies and accounting and bookkeepers, they are maybe your competitors. Yeah, so really think about it. I'm my client. What do I look for? Who would I approach? Yeah? Okay, boy, that question was answered. Lovely, Ruben. Is there fundable for startup youth training, like upholstery, plumbing, etc., etc.? So in general, yes. For trainings institutions, there is always startup available. You just need to make clear how you will earn your money. So who will pay for the training? Yeah, there is no grants or something available if you want to start a trainings facility and then train everybody for free. Okay, this is not a business. This would need to be set up more like an NPO. Most trainings institutions are not an NPO. The corporates maybe send their people there to get trained and employ them later. Nele, okay. So with a few project businesses, is the feasibility study done separately from the business plan, or is it part of the same package document? Okay, so Nele, it depends on, yeah. So I've done somebody wanted to buy a franchise in a specific area for a beauty parlor. Okay, so and this franchisor, of course, had some basic business plans, and she just was, wisely enough, a little bit concerned about the location. So we've done a feasibility study for her. In the first portion, she was not really happy with us because I needed to tell her, I think it's a high risk, I would not do that, Later on, 2 days later, she called back and said, Dagmar, that's exactly what I needed to hear, thanks very much. Yeah. The business plan has always the financial forecast included. We developed that together with you, and we will tell you, was it on Friday or on Thursday? I checked this financial forecast, what my team has done, and we saw the assumptions, what they assumed, what they are able to sell were far below their profitable number. Yeah. So we made sure, we told them then, okay, so you need to sell a minimum of 120,000 of these units to make sure you are able to repay the loan. Yeah. So in some cases I say skip the feasibility study. That is also, again, that's my expertise. In other cases I say, I'm not too sure, let's do a proper feasibility study. Let's have a look, because a feasibility study has a look at different portion. It has a look at your competitors in this area. That was one reason why we said I wouldn't do that. It has a look at people living there and using this product or services in this area. It has a look at the level of income people in this area have. Will they be willing and capable and able to pay for your service or product? You see, so there are a couple of what is your price point, who are your suppliers, are you able to be competitive, or are your suppliers pricing you out of the competition in this area? You see, it's a little bit complex again, and lots of details we definitely need to have a look at, but in some cases I can say I would do the feasibility study. In most cases I tell my clients, let's just dive in directly to the business plan and just make sure, because that's the beauty if you start. You still have the opportunity to use a couple of screws where you can reduce your cost, increase your prices, and make it profitable, or increase your sales to make it profitable. Yeah? Humzila, hello there. Do you offer funding for food businesses like catering or kitchen? Okay. I said that before, we do not offer any finance. We do not offer any grants. We are a private consulting firm, and we assist companies and entrepreneurs to raise funding. That means we have a look at your idea in the beginning, say yes, we are confident that we are able to assist you, we ask you a couple of questions, okay, and then we are able to say, okay, yes, it makes sense. We have a high success rate for raising capital of over 80%, okay. I don't want to send business plans knowing this will not be profitable to any of our financiers. We are ruining also our reputation with them. Yeah. So, and they are sending us clients and sending their friends to us and stating to them, let Funding Connection do the business plan and the application. They know exactly what you need to do. It will increase your chances dramatically. Yeah. So, but I'm sharing this information because I know that some of you, number one is I want you to have the clarity. Some of you may say, Dagmar, I can't afford your fees, and that is okay. I just want you still to have the chance to start your business. Yeah, that's lots of our services and consultancy and freebies and our free guides we are sharing with you on social media. So that you, number one, see, of course, our expertise, but on the other side, you're getting enough information that if you put the effort into it, you are able to do that on your own. Yeah. Yes, so we have a look at what you want to do. Like I said before, go to our Facebook Messenger. Brent will ask you some questions and then give you the right best way forward for you. Yeah? Okay. So, and you of course also have the possibility to contact us on our website. Let me just put that on there, fundingconnection.co.za/contact. Okay? Also there, Brent is there. He will guide you, he will ask you questions, he said this is the best way forward. Yeah? Okay. So if you need some help with the business plan, if you need some help with also feasibility studies, we also do company profiles, we do whatever you need to start really your business, so if you want to lease in a mall, you usually need a company profile. If you want to find private investors, you need a pitch deck. We can do all these things for a competitive price. So contact us, ask us. Most prices for everything up to 10 million rand investment you find on our website. I hate it if I go somewhere and I first need to contact them to ask them for prices. I want to see which price points they are at. So just for you also to laugh a little bit, I saw that there is a new app out there. They develop a new software to determine, they have a look at your target market, so this AI, and then suggests keywords for it. There was no price, nothing on their website. We emailed them and they said, yes, they're looking for companies and start from 50,000 US dollars, that's $1 million. Yeah, so we said, thanks very much. I don't know that I'm willing to spend $1 million to determine my target market and find out the keywords. I think I have some other ways to do that. So, but it would have saved them some time, and it would have saved me some time if they would have said, so we're starting at $50,000. Then you are fine, then okay, where you get yourself into it. In other cases, I see the price and I say, okay, that's not a problem, definitely willing to have a look at it. And even if it's a little bit outside of my budget, so I know that if I want good support and good advice, I need to pay for it, so that and I'm willing to do that. But I've been in all of your shoes. When you are starting a business, you don't have the cash, it's bootstrap. Let me tell you, it is not the worst case to start. Yeah. So please do not get discouraged when you think, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. Concentrate on the things you can do, yeah? And concentrate on sales. And because if you concentrate on sales, it moves you to concentrate, okay, what can I offer? It moves you to lowest hanging fruit. What is easy for me, yeah? And earn some money with it. That definitely will help. And I just heard that last week again from somebody else who said, Dagmar, absolutely amazing what you built up. Yeah. So because it was a one-woman show for years until I was at a certain point where I said, okay, I'm working 7 days a week, I'm working 12 hours a day. I'm now confident enough that I can pay for somebody to help me with administration. Yeah. Bootstrapping, poor investors always love that. Yeah. So if they can see you started from nothing and you built that up, have a look at, you can see that if you have a look at Dragon's Den and Lion's Den, and I always love to watch these, they are always in awe if somebody started from scratch with absolutely nothing. Because what you show is that there is a market for your product and service. And it usually shows them that if they put a little bit of money into it, there is plenty of space to grow. Yeah, and it shows your commitment, it shows your skills, you figured out lots of things. If somebody is asking for 10 million rand, they maybe haven't figured out yet. Yeah, so it's not a bad position to be at, and I'm always saying, if you don't really have lots of money and you didn't spend lots of money, you're making mistakes. These mistakes don't cost you lots of money. If you spend lots of money, I made this mistake too. I did some, and I have no problems with sharing these things. I did some Facebook and Google ads, and I thought, okay, let me scale it up, increase the budget. And I was so busy with lots of other things that I forgot to check it out. So, and usually what we do is we spend a rand, we're getting between 7 rand in some cases in months up to 10 rand back, And it's definitely above all the marketing agencies, they usually confirm you spend 1 rand, you're getting 5 rand back. Yeah. So, and I thought, okay, let me scale it up. I just thrown some money at it. I was distracted by lots of other things. It cost me at the end 250,000 rand on ad spend with 0 extra return on investment. Yeah. So you see, if you have lots of money, you make big mistakes, you know. So, and that's why this bootstrapping is usually not a bad idea. Yeah. And it definitely will help you in the long run to manage your business, to be in control. It will not prevent you from making any stupid mistakes. And let me tell you, I was definitely not happy with myself. And and it took me also a while to get my Google and Facebook ads set up properly again after this mistake. So, but that's business, these things happen. Yeah. Sipo, I'm back from Zambia. No more network issue. Nice to join. Hey, yes. Okay, I'm saying now bye-bye, but as you all know, these videos are staying on our Facebook page. You can always look at it later. Sipo, you found our contact details here everywhere. So, you need a business plan, you want to raise capital, contact us, and then we will tell you, yes, we are able to assist you. We are also straightforward with you and say, it's a high risk. We can't see that we really add any value to it. I'm also clear with that and will let you know. And then we say, okay, what I would do is I would do this, or I would go there. Yeah? Okay, take good care. I wish you an absolutely successful new week, and we definitely will see us next week again. Bye-bye.